Okay, so this is going to be our last video as part of the first week here, or my first lecture. Uh, so we're going to do a Maltese cross. Now, what you see here are construction lines. While their location needs to be accurate, uh, notice here I'm letting things kind of go over their endpoints. So this here is extending further down. This like that. These are just construction lines. So in classical drawing, you put in your construction lines, and then when you're done, you can erase them, take them out, and you typically over your final lines then use a darker lead or ink so that they stand out. So these are, excuse me, these are a little faint, but that's the way it's supposed to be. So this is just a drawing exercise using a 30, 60, 90 triangle. What I have here is this is a 6 by 6 inch square. This is a 1/4 inch border, so this is centered in that of 5.5 by 5.5 inch squared. And in the center of that, we have a 2 by 2 inch square. All right. So we're going to start constructing this thing. And so what you do is you go to these corners here and use your 30 and 60 degrees off of that and go out to the outside edge. All right. And I'll take a 30 here. So what I'm doing here is I put this on the point, I bring in the triangle to meet it, and so I'm right where I want to be. And I'm always pushing against the edge of the T-square to make sure that I'm maintaining my square point. Now, another thing that you may notice I'm doing that was always part of the training, and I'm using a mechanical pencil, which is a normal part of drawing, and this is a really fine point compared to what we used to use back in the day, and we had to sharpen them all the time. But even with a fine point like I have here, the sharpness adjusts slightly, and that'll change the line weight. And so what you do is as you're drawing a long line, you may notice what I typically do with the pencil is I'm rotating the pencil. I'll do it this way. You can see as I move. And that gives you a more constant line weight as you draw. So this is one of the tricks of the trade, as it were. Let's see, let's go here. So if you slow the video down, you'll see I am adjusting my pencil as I go. Okay. So we almost have all these spots in. So these are going from this corner here all the way out to the outside edge. And I'm not worried about my intersections and all of that good stuff because these are just construction lines. So I will actually fill this one out. Okay, so having done that, so what we do what the next stage is so this is a 1/4 inch. I want to come a 1/4 inch off of this one and a 1/4 inch off of that one in a parallel fashion, and so I want to draw going from this line in. So, and that may not have made a lot of sense to you just in the moment, but let's see here. What do we got? So this was at 60 degrees, so a 30 that's perpendicular to it. Okay, and so let's see. I got to go off 1/4 inch. So I'll just slide the ruler along. 1/4 inch. All right, and then that was at 30, so that put that at 90 degrees. Oops, let's kind of come down. I have to move the camera. That's on. So there's a 1/4 inch. So now, So notice I got myself perpendicular to that, and I measured a 1/4 inch offset. So I can just put my pencil on that, and I can draw that line. Now, this was at 60, and I got my camera a little in the way. Make sure I'm square, good. Here's my 1/4 inch mark. Get my pencil right on it, bam. And they meet right here. Okay, now I'm going to do that everywhere else. So I'm going to just pause the video. You don't need to see me going through, but I'm just going to take my ruler, do 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch offsets off of each one of these, and draw these construction lines. Okay, so if you look at what I've done here, so here we have a 1/4 inch off of this first one. You have that line, 1/4 inch off for there. Here was our original lines going out to the outside, 1/4 inch off this way, 1/4 inch this way, and then continuing a 1/4 inch off this way, not going all the way out, 1/4 inch this way, and then again. Now, and believe it or not, we actually are finished. We just need to erase some of the construction lines, which would be a lot easier if I could figure out where I put my eraser all of a sudden. So excuse me while I find it. Okay, found my eraser here. So I'm going to start erasing stuff. And notice I'm using my eraser shield to make things go a little easier. Okay, got that line in the middle. That's going to be a bit of a pain, but we just use that. Oh, they're all gone. So that's good. All right. Now I've got a bunch of little lines in the middle here, so we'll get rid of them. And then, let's see, get rid of that. There we are. Okay. And we got some extra here. We're going to take that out. And you can start to see what's kind of filling in here. So now, let's take this out. All right, so if I go in here now, I can redraw my lines. Oops, not on the spot. There we are. Okay, let's get this line a bit darker. And just want to clean this up a bit. Oops. There, it's better. And so hopefully you can start to see what this is going to be. So bam, 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 like that. And this is called a Maltese cross, whatever the heck that is. Probably some ancient form of a cross for whatever reason in old Roman culture. But it was in the drafting book and I thought, what the heck, let's draw this. So rather than having you watch me erase and do stuff, I'm just going to erase the extra lines, go over the actual lines that we need, and I'll have this finished up and I'll show you in just a moment. So to finish our video, I just drew over the final lines, took out the construction lines, and we have what my old drafting text calls a Maltese cross, which can be made basically with a whole bunch of 30, 60, 90 triangle lines. So that ends our lectures for today. We'll catch you next week. Take care now. Bye.